guys to HSN. So sorry for the heating, so it's kind of hot. So we'll try to get down the temperature right now. So welcome to this session, this training session. So my name is George now. I'm president of HSN Group. Our group is doing the immigration business for 35 years. So we are focusing on employment and investment. So we're gonna go through all the details of all the programs we are managing the company, starting for business programs, education programs, family sponsorship, how through investment you can get the PR, and you can get work permits in Canada, and you can find a route to finally settle down in this country. So I'm here with Stephen Young, who is 60 years experience in immigration in all the Canadian sides, and Brian Kaminsky, who is a Canadian immigration lawyer. So, Trace, I guess you can translate a little bit.
Yes. Chào mừng các bạn đã đến với H&M Group, một công ty chuyên về di trú của Canada. Chúng tôi đã có thâm niên kinh nghiệm 35 năm hoạt động về lĩnh vực di trú. Với luật sư dày dặn kinh nghiệm của Canada and US thì có văn phòng ở tại Vancouver cũng như ở tại Canada và các nước khác như là Thổ Nhĩ Kỳ, Hàn Quốc, Mỹ. Hôm nay thì đến buổi hội thảo ngày hôm nay chúng tôi sẽ giới thiệu đến các bạn những con đường để nhập cư Canada như là startup hoặc là kiếm job offer hoặc work permit hay là đầu tư hay là bảo lãnh về gia đình family sponsorship. Trước tiên thì George, luật sư của bên H&M sẽ giới thiệu sơ qua về H&M, sau đấy thì chúng ta sẽ cùng đi sâu hơn vào mỗi một cái phương thức của định cư qua Brian và Stephen, luật sư di trú của H&M. Cảm ơn các bạn.
Okay, we can move to the next one. So on the previous one, please. This is part of the professional team we have in HSN. So starting with Timothy Knowles, who is the HSN Group Legal Counsel and partner of TDK. Gloria Knowles, who is the founder. She's coming in a few minutes. And Brian, so I introduced Brian already. So Stephen Young, Jack Scranton, who is another US lawyer, and Stephen Young, and Tracy, who is representing in the company for all the Vietnamese market. So by the way, we're going to Vietnam.
Do you have an office in Vietnam?
We have, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We have an office in Ho Chi Minh. So we opened the office 3 years ago. And we try to go to Vietnam at least twice a year. By the way, on Friday we are going to Ho Chi Minh, and in 10 days we're gonna open an office in Hanoi. So we have 5 people working in the Vietnamese office. So John King, who is just behind you, he's gonna lead the Vietnamese office, and he's gonna stay there for the next couple of months. So we're gonna do consultation and everything you need, guys, in Vietnam. So John gonna be there to answer any questions and coordinate something about immigration programs. Paul. So as I told you, so we have different ways to immigrate in Canada. There are currently more than 70 programs available for immigration, based in work, study, or family sponsorship, and business. So now I'm gonna introduce Stephen. Stephen is going to be the first person to talk about the Canadian programs. So,
The very
Stephen.
first slide.
Oh, sorry. First of all, let me introduce me, Gloria.
Oh, no, no.
Let's start right here.
Yeah, do you know me?
Yeah, Gloria, as I told you guys, Gloria is the founder of HSN. So I'm pretty sure she's going to say something.
Nice to meet you guys. I think, where's Tracy?
It's here.
Oh yeah, Tracy, most of the people here today visitor visa students. Because when we talk to them, I think we should use our definition. I think a student visa, most of the people you are interested how to get a job, how to get a PR. I think that's we should focus, right? Then is there any visitor visas?
We have few. The majority is student.
Oh, okay. So, anyway, thank you for coming. We'll do our best. Thank you for George's introduction.
Yeah, before I start, just want to give further introduction about our company. And George introduced HSM. Now, HSM, we're a group made up of these companies. And we got the HSM that does the Canadian immigration plus marketing. We got the TDK, it's a law group, it's a law office that we have in Bellingham. So we do US immigration through TDK. FCA is involved in the investment activities. We got the EMS, is the job recruiting, okay, we do that. And there is the Nexus, we provide education services as well. And yeah, George talked about this, the next line, next one. Now, so we're gonna talk about, hopefully everybody here is interested in coming to Canada, not US, not Jamaica, or not Barbados, no, Canada, yes? Yes, oh good, okay. See, if I talk about something else, yeah. Now, Canada, yeah, there's 70 different programs available. Now, Canada is unique in that we have the federal program and we have the provincial program that can lead to PR, unlike the United States. United States, it's all federal, okay? But Canada, we have the provincial programs as well, okay? So I'm gonna talk about those through, so we're gonna focus on these two, and we're gonna talk about, now, I guess Tracy told me that you're all students, right? Okay, now.
Most of them.
Most of them.
Some of them that like work permit, I mean PR and maybe family sponsorship at the last.
I think some students ask me a question, say, can I get a PR through studies in Canada? Only studying in Canada. Okay. Now my answer, yes and no. Okay. Now I'll elaborate further. Okay. Just continue to study, and does that lead to PR? Okay. Yes, it does. Okay. But you have to choose the right program, the right school. Okay, I'll get back to you then. Next slide. All right, now immigration. Okay. These are the skills. If you have experience in skilled, I guess, work, then you can come to Canada under the Express Entry. Now, Federal Express Entry is a federal program. Okay? It's the easiest, cheapest, and fastest way to come to Canada. Okay? Now, how do you qualify? Well, based on your education, based on your experience, based on your English, IELTS tests, and some other factors as well. But those are three important factors to consider. So if you're qualified, highly qualified, you can come to Canada under Federal Express Entry. Okay? Now, provincial nominee programs, we have the skilled, unskilled, international graduate, international postgraduate categories. Okay? Now, get back to that question. Can I continue to study and get PR by only studying without job offers, without work experience? Yes, you can. International postgraduate, get master's degree in Canada, then there is an opportunity to get PR. Not all provinces have this program. BC does, Ontario does. Now, you are in BC. Now, if you study in natural, applied, health sciences, get your master's degree, you can get PR without the job offer, without work experience in BC. In Ontario, any programs, as long as you get master's degree at a university in Ontario, okay? So that's one thing to consider, okay? If you wanna study without the job offer. Now, most of you, if you're not in, I guess, in health sciences, applied sciences, or natural sciences, if you study something else now, there's a provincial program where if you get a work permit or get a job offer, and you get a work permit through a job offer, then there's an opportunity for you to get the PR. Okay. Now there's the business investment category as well. You have the self-employed, we have the startup, and the PNP business. Okay. We'll go over this in the next slide. Now, work permits. I guess most of you are interested because you are studying here and you want to get a job with a work permit, and eventually that can lead to PR. Well, to get the work permit, most of jobs require LMIA, okay? It's the employers, Canadian sponsors, they provide the LMIA for you, okay? But not many sponsors want to do that because they have to provide tax documentation, and they don't want to do that. They have to do the interview with the Service Canada. They don't want to do that. They have to put job ads in the newspaper. They don't want to do that. So LMIA is difficult. Okay? However, we do recruit jobs and we have sponsors available, but most of the jobs are in the unskilled categories because it's difficult to find people locally. Okay? Skilled jobs, we try, but it's difficult. Okay? It's very difficult to find sponsors willing to sponsor people on a skilled job positions. Okay? There's the owner-operator LMIA work permit. Now, this is somebody who's interested in starting a business in Canada. So you're basically applying your LMIA for your own. Okay? You're applying not the sponsor, you are the sponsor, okay? Because you're telling Service Canada, I want to run this business, so give me the LMIA so that I can get the work permit to start business. Okay? That's what this LMIA is for. Okay? Now, I'll get back to this. There's the LMIA exempt work permit, which is postgraduate work permit. Now, most of you, okay, eventually, after you finish your studies, okay, if you're eligible, you can get a postgraduate work permit. Now, with that postgraduate work permit, you can get any job with any employer. Employer does not have to give the LMIA. That's why it's very, very easy to find jobs with postgraduate work permits. If you, after you get the postgraduate work permit, work for 1 year in Canada, well, you know, 1 year work experience in Canada can qualify for the Canadian experience class, okay, under the Federal Express Entry. Okay? So again, that's a path, or through BCPNP or any other province if you work in that particular province with a postgraduate work permit. Okay? Next slide, please. Now, this is an overview of all the skill programs that's available in Canada. We talked about the Federal Express Entry. This is the federal program. There's 3: skilled workers, Canadian experience class, and skilled trades. Most, if you have postgraduate work permits, this is the path to go after, okay? Canadian experience class after 1 year work. Now, if you qualify for skilled workers, but students, difficult because you need 1 year of full-time work experience, which you don't have. Well, you might have, but most of the students, if you don't have any work experience, then this will be the path, okay? Now, if you're not qualified under the Federal Express Entry, there's the provincial program that's available. I wrote down BCPNP, and there are other provinces. There's Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Nova Scotia. Every province have their own provincial nominee programs, okay? Now, BCPNP is a little complicated. We got the skills immigration, we got Express Entry. Now, what does it mean? Well, only the processing time, this is much, much faster, okay? This one takes 1.5 years longer than this one here, okay? So why this is faster? Well, because in order to qualify for this, you have to qualify for one of these, okay? If you qualify but you don't have enough points, but as long as you're eligible for BC Express Entry, okay? BC Express Entry has skill, healthcare, international graduate, international postgraduate. Again, international postgraduate, no job, no work experience, you can get PR through international postgraduates, okay? Now, skills immigration, again, same categories, but here we got the entry level and semi-skill. Now, this is for unskilled jobs. Again, if you're willing to get PR through unskilled labor, okay, then you can apply for this. Okay? We have jobs available if you're interested. 9 months, if you work 9 months in BC in unskilled labor, then that is eligible for the BC PNP nomination, okay? Now, but not all jobs. Those are hospitality jobs and certain restaurant jobs and those kind of things, okay? So those, if you're interested, okay, you can have one-on-one consultation with one of our staff, okay? Next slide, please. Now, this is an overview of all the business programs in Canada, okay? So here, investment immigration, that's directly related with immigration. Now, this path is investment only, but immigration can be maybe possible indirectly, okay? So we talked about the owner-operator LMIA. If you wanna run the business, okay, you ask for LMIA on your own, not dependent on someone else. You apply for your own LMIA. Now, what is this good for? Well, you get additional points on your express entry CRS score. Okay? LMIA with a knock code in a 0-0 knock code at a senior managerial position. So if you start the business, chances are you're gonna get a 0-0 knock code. What happens if you get the owner operator LMIA? 200 points added to your CRS score. Now, a lot of them, I think there are a lot of people out there with a CRS score ranging from 250 to 350 to 400. So 460 is the target you're going for, right? But a lot of them are in the 350 range. Now, with 350, with that extra 200 points, what happens? 550, next draw, automatic invitation. Okay, so this is a very nice path to get that extra points added to your CRS score. Now, GATS, again, we'll go in, I don't have time to go into detail, but same thing. With GATS, if you get a work permit, these are, it says LMI exempt. You're not gonna get that 200 points or 50 points added as soon as you get the, it's not gonna work. GATS, after 1 year working in Canada, then you get points added to your CRS score. Okay, so that's why it's kind of indirectly, that can lead to PR, so express entry and work permit. So this is the other path. Now, so these are all the provincial nominee programs where if you're interested in investment, if you're interested in investing and getting the PR through this business category. Now, you need management experience, at least 3 years of management experience, and you need to have enough net worth. Maybe you're not qualified, maybe your dads, moms, your friends, cousins, whoever, okay? So you can tell them there's a path to immigration to Canada through business investment. These are the investment amounts, okay? You have to invest, BC, you can invest $200,000 or $100,000. $100,000, of course, is not within the greater, it's gotta be outside. If you invest $100,000, then you can get a PR through business investment. Now,